Welcome back to the JGM here. This is Mike coming at you with the JiGuangMao. I hope I'm saying that right. The JGM-SKP03 or Mini-Bruty. So if you search around for this, you're going to find Mini-Bruty or just Bruty is kind of what brings this one up for a search, even on Shozy store. And Shozy had asked me if I wanted to take a look at this. They had a sample to send out. And I said, yes, I've been fascinated about it. I mean, talk about this in the news for what, a year now, these different ones, and I was just interested in getting my hands on one of these to take a look at it, and it's very interesting. Now I do have another kind of chibi one that they've sent out, and I've checked it out, but this is a little bit different than I expected, and I'll get into that as we go through it. The figures in the bot mode, they are not really chibi style at all, and then the vehicle modes are pretty solid, and so I was surprised by that. And then of course once you get it combined, well I don't want to just spoil the whole video. There's a lot of transforming though, so just so you know, I did get the Shozy store. I'm gonna link down below where you might be able to get yours. Currently it's sold out, but I think more might come in back in stock. That's just kind of how it goes. Like when they come in stock, it says sold out till they fill all the pre-orders. But let's take a look at this. Let's take a look at this Mini-Bruty coming up. All right, let's take a look at the box. The packaging shows the alt modes, which look pretty dang clean. The back of it shows combined. You see the individual figures there, some warnings. What looks like graffiti art. And then you open it up and you can see it like this. It's got this little flap and window box. Kind of cool, kind of interesting. It's not, I just didn't expect them to go through this much with the packaging. Then once you open it up, pull it out of here, and one thing that you're going to notice is that you get actual instructions and you get cards for each one. You're not getting just kind of that whole, oh, there's a keychain in there, but you're not just getting, what is it, a QR code to nowhere. So there's the figures, but then all these accessories, which the guns, this is kind of something we saw back in the day with that first Devastator that we saw a while back, but Hercules had it where all the guns connected to make one big gun, which that is kind of cool. But I think it does it in a much different fashion than those old ones did. And then you get different chest options, but all these pieces here can connect to make kind of a storage. All right, let's get this parts forming out of the way here and just stack this aside for now. But what you do is you slide these legs on to, there's a groove here. Huh, they hold on pretty good. Okay, so there's some slots, so some grooves here, and then you're gonna have just slide this on. The way they did it is kind of ingenious. They planned for this so that when they're individual, that all these parts will combine together with each other, and then both of the arms would slide in using pretty much the same joints that exist for connection. How to twist that one around there, and then that just slides into here and can hold on for one more day. Then you decide which ones of these. So there's some slots right here, which this is how it's going to connect anyway. And I'm just guessing when we combine this stuff, the stuffs, that this is just all how it's going to connect. But I think it's easier to put I had the gray one on front, and that was easier. I don't know if there's a difference in that. And then just connect this one to the back, and you got them. I could probably clean it up, make it look better than that, but that's not a big deal. Then here's this gun. So 1, 2, is this one a third? I think 3, 4, 5. Big guns 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guns, and I don't know if the scope probably removable, but yeah, there's the combining gun. So here they are out of the package, and aside from the main giant gun, which is kind of stick in the hand of this holder piece, they have 6 guns. So this one, they show 6 guns. 6 guns. Is that a figure we've got coming? This is 2. So he's got this little missile launching looking thing, and he's got this gun here. But I actually thought kind of this would go with Swindle, which we'll see if I can incorporate that when we transform Swindle. And then it shows he comes with the blue one, so that's what happens there. And then there's his gun, and he gets the cannon, which we'll see all that here in just a bit. Now, let's kind of look at articulation on these. This one here, just for storage, they have it, the cannon's down. So flip this around, flip it up. You can do all that. He does have the waist piece incorporated in him, so there's going to be a little bit of bulkiness to it. But really, like, my idea or my thoughts of this set would be like chibi style, but the heads aren't super ginormous or anything. They're not really that bad. And let's say you get side to side, ball jointed, I believe, on the head. You can go pretty much the 90, 360 bicep swivel. Is it double jointed? Yep, double jointed right there. Hands go in and out. Not a whole lot, but they do have. Is that a 5mm port, I guess? Waist swivel. Ab crunch. There's a little bit. You can just disconnect them and get a little bit more out of it. You can go, pretty wide range on the hips. You can go forward with the hip flap, with a uni hip flap. I'm okay. I forgive it. And go back about that far. Thigh swivel. A lot of engineering in these little guys. And I kind of expected that from the last one that I had that was kind of a chibi style. And he does have heel spurs. He's got the toe, foot, and all that. So all this incorporated in this little guy here. And then you could manipulate him, make him a little taller if you wanted to. So, and the rest of them have about the same level of articulation. Looking at size comparison, I don't know if you would call them legend scale, but that's probably the closest thing to park them in the bot mode. Combined mode, we'll kind of see how that stacks up. I think combined mode will look relatively legend scale in combined mode, but we'll have to see on all that when we get to it. But looking at it, yeah, a little bit smaller than legend scale, and that's kind of the fun of it in the mini. And yeah. And their design, of course, isn't even trying to match what Legends is doing these days. All right, so with this set, there's going to be a lot of transforming. So let's just go ahead and get into that. And let's move that. Go ahead and spin the waist. Don't waste too much time. Spin the waist. And then what we have to do is open this up, collapse this, and then close it back up. And then we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Close it back up. And then tab it together right here. And then we have to move this chest piece down. And then the arms, so we're going to rotate it around like that. And I think I already rotated the fist by mistake. Then we're going to bring this panel up to kind of be like a cover, like so. And then the head just kind of incorporates into the hood, like that. And then we do the same thing on the other side. Quick, fast, and easy. Fold this fist around to cover up that. This goes up. And then this all goes in to itself. Then we are going to twist this around, and it's going to go between the seats. Now, we've seen this before in the past, and I'm not sure why that didn't go all the way up. Okay, this should go over here. This should tuck in right back here. And then we make the seats into seats. We bring this back. And then, I don't know if I should have done something different with those feet. Guess those are just like rear seats. Okay, then we can put this the cannon in there. And I really think that you're supposed to put this in here too. Come on. No, it doesn't fit. They're not rounded pegs. They're kind of oval. doesn't fit, but I mean, it seems like it would be. Oh well. I feel like we get the gist of the transformation style here, how they do things. So you're going to see probably like engineering similarities as we go now. So we're going to fold this tread up, and then same thing on the other side. Fold this out, fold the tread up, collapse the leg, and then fold this around. And then we would tab these together. Would they tab together? And then we are gonna do pretty much the same thing up top here. Let's go ahead and pull this out. Get this tread out. Then this is gonna collapse in. Oh, we gotta flip this around so you get the green. Gotta have that green. And then do the same. Come on, the arms. Oh, got to get this down out of the way so that this will collapse. I feel like there should be another panel coming out for this. Yep, there is that other panel. And right on this side, we are going to fold it around, bring the tread down, fold this over, collapse this in, and collapse all of this in to itself. And this one will have additional gap fillers right here. Kind of the same as we had with the seats, but different. Kind of the same idea of the seats in the Swindle. And I probably tighten that up a little bit more, but there we go with this guy. And there's probably weapon storage on here too. All right, the engineering gets ramped up just a little bit with these guys here, but these next ones, open this up, close this little panel down, and then these are going to separate out. Well, that's just going to come up, and it's going to go into here as the nose cone, which is fascinating. And then the arms, we are going to create this nose cone piece with the arms here. Let's get these pieces here just kind of out of the way for now. These other ones right here are going to be out of the way, and then that way we can fold this down and start working on creating the nose cone sections. Turn this, and then that will create the side piece, and then this will come up. Oh, and the other thing is these pieces here need to come out. So yeah, there's a lot more to this one than we saw with the other ones. Let's get that out of the way. These are kind of tight. There we go. And then this is gonna come up and tuck underneath the nose cone. It's falling apart on me, but yeah, there is that one. And we do the same thing on the other side. Cone piece, tighten it all up, and more or less have the nose cone part done. This part folds out. It does sort of the top. Now these pieces, we can kind of leave that up a bit. These pieces here have to come out like this, and then fold up on here, and that goes into here, and that will tab into that. But I really probably prematurely tab that in. We also need to rotate the waist. Let's rotate the waist now. Let's do this other side here and bring this out to here, fold this whole section up, and we'll have to lift this back up so we can get this to tab in. And there we are with the top. Now the lower legs are fairly similar to what we've seen with the other ones. We need to pull this down, flip, pop that off, flip this around, And which way does it? It goes a way so it doesn't catch on that. There we go. And then this is going to flip around also. Something along those lines. And then we're going to open it up. Okay, so it opens up right here on this joint, and then it goes in all the way in to here, and then we'll close it back up. Pull this wing out, and we got one side. We do the same thing over here on the other side. All right, so let's open up this, and it's on a ball joint that pops off, and it's probably my handling of it. Just where is the joint I opened it up on? Right here. Yeah, same thing as we did with the other side. Let's see about getting it tucked in and then folding out the rest of it. I think it's probably easier that way. Always looking for the easiest way to accomplish the task. Work smarter, not harder. The problem is that knee is just real tight. That's all there is to it. It's just a pretty tight knee. Take a knee. Take a tight knee to get it tucked in there. And then, of course, there's going to be a tab, double tabs, tab it in. Let's maneuver this stuff around so we can flip the engines. Get the engine flip going on. I do think it's odd if we're supposed to have it like that, but anyway, then we're going to tab it all together and tighten it up. There's an over and under on this side is the top, so that's all there is to that. Close this piece here up. Everything should tab together now. And yeah, probably not the most fluid transformation I've done in my life, but let's check it. Check, make sure everything's correct on it. That's got to tab together. That's got to tab together. There we go. Yeah, looks good. Now for this guy, it goes a little bit different. And we are going to lift up the back here. And this folds up. And his head flips around. You're going to bring out the rest of the tail. The tail fin right here. And then let's adjust this so that we have that correct. And then this is going to tab in right here. There's the notch and there's the slot. So that's all good. And then it's just crazy. The head just kind of chills there. Then we are going to let's go and disconnect this so that we can get access to this. And I'm pretty sure we're going to spin the waist. So let's do that right now. Make sure I get that right. And then we are going to slide the hands down. Well, it's kind of like the wrists slide over the hands, which is kind of strange, and but it's just how they did it. And then we're going to open this up, and then we have to flip this around so we can make the smooth side here. So it can all be smooth sailing. And then this is going to come around sort of to the back of it. Get this more evened out with it. Now this piece here lifts up, this little tab, and then it flips around. Then this is going to go in here sideways, and then we can put the thruster towards the rear, and then we're going to turn the arm to where we can fold it over, tab it into that slot, and do it all again on the other side here. So let's redo all the fun. Here it is. Fold this up. This is going to go to the back. This is going to go in. Fold the shoulder around like so. Fold the thruster out. Turn the arm. And then fold it in and tab it in. Then we got to turn our attention to the front here. The front of the spacecraft. So there's a lot going on here, so let me try to get this as smooth as I can. Start opening things up. And then this is going to fold out to make the remainder of the nose cone. Like that. And then I'm going to fold the foot in, I believe. This is going to come out and around. All right, I was wrong about the waist spin. You do not spin the waist on this guy. That was a issue that I had. Now, okay, so I spun the waist back. This is interesting too. You disconnect the knee and then you just take it down to a secondary notch. Just that slight little bit's what they need for it to fit. And we're going to flip it around. Did I okay, you do not spin the waist at all. So that was kind of my mistake on that. Now we're going to bring this over here to this. Need to true up this nose cone. Fold that up. Down into place like so. And we've got to do the same thing on the other side. Hello from there. Let's do this knee adjustment. Minor slight knee adjustment to it. Bring this nose cone piece out. Come on, get out of there. So yeah, there's quite a bit more engineering involved in this than you would think. And it's all pretty tight. Hey, that's cool. You can just pop that off the ball joint. And I'm getting discombobulated here. All right. Fold it around. Oh, gotta fold that foot in. Fold it around to here. And that's going to go into place. This is going to fold in. To here. And then this is all going to finish itself out. And we're pretty much there. I probably wasn't the daintiest way to do it, but it's done nonetheless. All right, so this guy's going to be a little bit even more involved because he does a whole lot more. But let's get this set up here. I'm going to start with just getting the arms prepared for what's about to happen with this transformation here. Let's open this up, fold these hands out, bring this here out. Keep him standing throughout this. So we're going to kind of, we need to bring these pieces here out so that we can fold down all this. So it's going to extend. We are going to, it's going to make a really nice looking alt mode, basically, is what's about to happen here. Let's get his head tucked away into here. Kind of make these, that's all going to match up. So let's leave that like so. Same thing over here. Make all this match up for later. And then we got a lot of twisting and turning we're going to do with these feet and these legs. We do actually rotate the waist on this one, so that's a for sure deal. All right, this lower leg, it's really weird. I went ahead and did one, so I'm going to do the other one here. So what you're going to do is you're going to open this up. And you're going to fold it forward a bit. Just so that you can fold this around. Then you're going to go back the way you came, but the foot the heel spur has to stay in there as you fold all this around like this. And the rest of this needs to pretty much stay static. Then you fold that up, that tabs together, make sure the wheels are like so, and then we can start bringing this stuff back. That was just a goofy part of the transformation. Kind of silly that it kind of hung me up a little bit, but hung me out to dry for a second there. Okay. So there's room now to fold these hands down, then you can fold this down, and then these side pieces will go up and fill this gap in here. So kind of like fuel tanks. And this will come back down here, and we got a clean mode right there. Here they are as a team, and quite a bit of engineering did go into these guys. I mean, it's not like quick 5-step changes, and they all look really good though. This one kind of feels got a Metal Slug vibe. I've always kind of wanted those Metal Slug vehicles. This one, this looks like a pretty serious swindle. This one here does look kind of like cartoony the way it is, but still kind of cool. I mean, I guess you could say these two both kind of have Metal Slug vibes to them too, which I like. I like that. I like that series. It's a lot of fun game. And this looks like a pretty serious Onslaught, is it? Yeah, he's doing some good work there. So pretty impressive in the alt modes, I will say. And let's do a quick comparison to kind of some Legends figures here. This is how they would stack up, how they would work. And I guess it fits in the Legends realm in alt modes, sort of. This one here's a little leans back. Hope you enjoyed that little 2-minute break from transforming these. Now you got to get back to work. We're going to get back to transforming these. All right, so we are going to fold this up, fold these down. Basically, this is going to... You're going to fold these over. Get that out of the way there. The head's going to go back. And we're going to bring these in to here. This piece is going to come up and it's going to do the flipperoonie like it had done before. Fold in like this. Now, the thing is that we're going to slide these over. I think the feet are the same. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they go both ways. They're ambidextrous, left and right, equally. Slide this into here. Looking at it, the head actually does clean up a little bit better than this than I did. You open this up and you fold it down to here. Give it a little bit cleaner look. There it is, and you got one leg done, so we're going to get into the next leg. Pretty much do the same thing on this one here. We are going to open up this. I like how they share the engineering on these. For this one, fold this and open the head up. Then it's going to fold down. We are going to open this up here. This goes to the side. Not sure if I like it better with the hands in or the hands out, but we'll kind of see how that works. Then bring this foot in and let's have it ready to go with some foot action, some ankle action going on there. And we got those out of the way. For this guy, we're going to start by opening up these pieces here so we can gain access to splitting the legs. And then what we're going to have to do is pop that off the joint now. We need to open it back up. I think you just open it up. We have to flip this around And then this is going to come out and around like that. We can do that on the other side too. Flip it around. Got to get all the stuff out of the way so maybe it goes this direction better. And then it's going to flip around, out and around. And then this is going to be closed up. These are going to close in on themselves. This is going to fold out flat like that. This comes up and this will open up. This will flip around. If I understand how they're doing that, like so. Then what we're supposed to do is bring these down to collapse over that to kind of tighten that up just a bit. And then this is, well, gonna go here. That didn't clip in. Let's try to clip that in. Clip in so it stays, because this is a articulation point right here. All right, we're gonna bring these back down, put them in their place, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna bring this hand in, and it's got grooves that are gonna go over that. So it's gonna, we have to make sure this is lined up right, and it has to match those grooves. There it goes. And then we'll fold these back down. And then the hand is in place. All that is tabbed in. And then the connection point is going to be right. No. Connection point is going to be right here. So let's get to the next one. They just get perpetually more complex. So let's get into this one here. Just going to start with untabbing this. It's the easy. It tabs in really good. I don't even think I showed myself tabbing it down when I was getting here. All right. Now we're going to have to open all this up. We have to disconnect that so that we can flip these back around like we did. And we're going to have to put this back into here. I think that's how we had that one back in there. And then we're going to do the whole reversing the situation of the knee section. Yeah, so we open that up and we slide it just a bit and then get that back in place. All right, so the foot's going to come out. This is going to come out to meet it. It is going, then we're going to kind of form this back for now. And then do that with the other side. Looks like we also have to collapse these just a little bit in here. We fixed the knee, but then we have to collapse the just a bit. And they're tight still. It's tight right here. I collapsed one side. And then close it up. Got them collapsed. They're just moved just a tad bit. It's not a huge movement. We're gonna get over here and we're gonna fold this in. And then this is gonna come up. Let's get that right. And that's gonna tab it. So that's gonna strengthen in that arm right there. All right, so we gotta kind of turn this. So we gotta get the, you wanna turn it on that top one. See that you're making the arm. Then we're gonna bring this guy here in and we're gonna need to make it make sense, Mike. All right, these have to be spread. They just kind of naturally moved in as I was working with it. Remember, we had them over here on the outside. There's a reason. That's the reason those were on the outside. Around the outside. Then I think we can go ahead and I think that's going to be about it for it. Yeah, that's going to be about it. Now we got one more, and then we can combine this bad boy. All right, we're going to just get this opened up. We are going to fold these. Oh, we're going to do a lot of stuff with this. The waist piece is going to have to come down and out of here. Let's focus our attention on lifting this up and getting these arms taken care of. And so a lot of strange stuff that's going to happen with these arms. think that's how it's... No. It's supposed to go even one more down like that. So let's do this on the other side. We gotta get this out of the way here. And then that way we could get these folded up properly. And then this is gonna come up and we're gonna see it like something about like that. All right, so let's not close it all the way up. Let's keep it a little bit open, because what we're gonna need to do is we're gonna have this folded down, and then this is we're gonna do some downward folding, and then we're gonna solidify everything together like this. Then we're gonna bring this bad boy on, and it just basically clips in. So it's gonna secure right here. These points right here are gonna secure. I say that, but that's where it's at. Yeah, I don't feel like it's super duper secure, but I'm still gonna go at it anyway, and then we're gonna slide this fold that around. Let's get this into here. This obviously goes into here. Now that's a really tight, secure connection. So I'm going to flip this around up like that. I'm not sure if it's supposed to be up that high, but that's where I'm going to put it. And then let's get this over here. Slide this one in. And then we've got arm. Mature. There it is. There's the arm. And then we got another arm. There it is. And then you can pick your chest plate, pick your poison, and I'm going to go with this one. I'm going to do some editing in this one because I went off camera. Anyway, both of them just slide down on into place. I have to cut that. It's like my grandma. So my grandma used to cut everybody off, you know. All right, I'm gonna put the gun together and we'll get back. Here's Mini-Bruty Combiner, and this is really what I wanted out of it. And yeah, I don't really have fun with all the modes when I do combiners. I really like getting them combined. To me, that's what combiners are all about. And yeah, it's pretty impressive. The amount of engineering that goes into this is far beyond, well, I mean, it's pretty much what I expected, but beyond what I initially expected before I got my first, I guess you could say chibi style one, because I thought those were going to be like 5 steps, not 20, 30 steps per figure to get it combined. But overall, it does look pretty good. You tell it's a Bruticus. You tell he's a Bruticus. He's got some vac metallized eyes there. It's a nice red, looking deep into your soul. I like the gun idea. Like, that's a really good way for gun storage, especially for something like this. And it is kind of fun once you're done. When you're done, it's fun. I will say a few things about the hands are really nice. They've got some really nice hands. I do like the way they did the chest plate and all of the paint. It's just so many colors looking good overall. My favorite is Swindle. I think in every Bruticus set, Swindle is always my favorite. It's not that I do like the character, but I don't know. It just seems like Swindle always works out the best out of all of them, and it worked out the best in this one too. Once it's all together, though, it is actually pretty solid. I don't really understand. I don't get it. Maybe the chest piece double clips the head torso to the rest of it a lot better. So let's go ahead and get into articulation comparisons, and then I'll wrap up. I don't want this to be too long. Which chest do you like the most? I still think I kind of like this one better. It's like going with your wife. She's trying on dresses, and I said that one's not tight enough. Sorry, I was just kidding. Never would say that. There, yeah, I like that one better. Definitely. All right, so head side to side, ups and downs. So it's kind of how the day's been full of ups and downs. He's going to get in the way of himself there, so let's look at this side. Does get in the way of itself too, just a little bit. It's not really ratcheted. You hear something that sounds like it's ratcheted. Now this can go back into here, but it also opens up for more articulation. Get rid of the gun while I do the rest of this. All right, so we got the 360. We got to the side. We got bicep swivel. We've got, it's not quite double jointed in there. And then the hands splay, and there's 1, 2 points of articulation on each finger, and you can, really get some stuff with opposable thumb. All kinds of hand stuff going on there. Waist swivel. The ab crunch is kind of, you have to disconnect the connection point to it to get an ab crunch. But when you're done doing your pose like that, you probably want to reconnect it right there. That's probably a good thing. Thigh swivel. He goes out to there. I bet you he could stand. I mean, everything feels tight, so he could do like a one-legged stand just fine. That works. It's probably better if you can see the whole thing. So, well built. I'm going to say it's well built, even though I did pop a few things off here and there. That's not really a bad thing. It's better than breakage, right? And then, so, here we go. Have that back in. Not double jointed at the knee. I don't think anyone's really looking for that in this set. If you're looking for double jointed knee, I don't think that's what you're wanting here. And then ankle, side to side. You can get as much you want out of the ankles. I don't know why this is taking the rest of the thing for a ride here. But so let's go on this side. Side to side. And again, really tight, sort of ball jointed. And I think both feet are exactly the same. But yeah, pretty good. I mean, decent. It's like B+ level articulation. All right, so now for comparison, I'm going to do a little bit more comparison with this than I did with the other ones, but still, I feel like Optimus Prime is a good measuring stick. So I think pretty much everyone can imagine or know what a masterpiece Optimus Prime. The Magic Square still is the best looking, in my opinion, out of all of them. And oh, guess what? It's Magic Square Legends. So you get an idea between the Legends and the Masterpiece, and it scales somewhere in there. I would think it could fit in a Legends collection pretty decently, I guess, but those Legends combiners are still going to tower over it. And with that, it's just kind of its own thing. And that is what this is. This is its own thing. It's not trying to fit into a Legends or a Masterpiece or even a Hasbro mainline scale. And Missing Link Optimus Prime. This is the second time I've pulled the Missing Link Optimus Prime out for a comparison. And I want to say that it's kind of making me want to do a review. Want to get my hands on, who's next? Magnus? Magnus! We should be getting Magnus pretty soon. But that's how it compares with your pretty much G1 Prime. And I think Missing Link is amazing. And yeah, and this guy's pretty cool too. All right, so this is my look at the JiGuangMao Light Cat. Big Little Bruty, Mini-Bruty. Call him Mini-Bruty for short. But I was really interested in getting one of these. I know they've come out with two others. So Superion was probably the one I would have started with. But this guy is really pretty cool. They also did a Bruticus, and that one's pretty cool too. So this is something, it's a little bit different. It's not something I would be getting every single one that they make. But man, Bruticus, as we've just come off of the Masterpiece Bruticus, well, for me personally, just the year prior to that came off of the Legends Bruticus. This is kind of trip down memory lane in a way, but to get to see it done in a sort of completely different way is very interesting and fascinating. But now, I did get this at Show Z Store, so I want to say thanks to Show Z Store for sending this out. Let me take a look at it. And I also want to say thank you to everybody that puts TH in the support your reviewer, because the bigger the following, the more they want to send you something to take a look at. So thank you so much, everybody. I do appreciate each and every one of you. And I hope you guys, if you like this, check it out. It currently says sold out right now, which is strange that I've only had this for 2 days and it says sold out. But some may come back in stock, so you can keep checking off. A link down below. Anyway, let me know what you think of this. Are you in on these? Is this something that you think is fascinating? So I think it's kind of fascinating. Let me know in the comments below, like, subscribe, and have your hanger out.